Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Today I'd like to do an unboxing and quick review of a recent purchase that I made. As you can tell, this is an Omega timepiece and it's actually my first Omega purchase. So opening up the outer box, you're greeted with this inner box here, light brown, made of a wood material. And some other items that are included with the purchase is the warranty card as well as the master chronometer certification, both sitting in this nice white leather pouch, as well as the essentials guide. And one thing that I like about Omega packaging is that not only are you getting a great watch, but you're getting a very robust packaging that if you're someone who likes to keep box and papers together for whatever reason, this kind of packaging definitely has the potential to withstand the lifetime that you decide to keep the watch. So let's go ahead and remove the inner box. And from what I can tell, just based off of the heft of the box, a lot of time and kind of detail went into designing and constructing this packaging. So to access the box, you would just press this silver medallion button, and you're greeted with, of course, the timepiece here. And in this case, I decided to go with the Seamaster Aquaterra in the 41mm case size. And just to talk briefly about the inside of the box, you have this kind of white or cream colored leather material lining, as well as metal hardware. So there is definitely a robustness to the box, and you're getting a very nice unboxing experience. But then Omega takes it one step further, and if you lift up this cover here, they also decided to include a travel case. So kind of you see this red lining here. This is a secondary box that you can pull out, and it becomes a travel case to take your watch with you on trips. So let's go ahead and remove the watch itself. And again, the one that I decided to purchase was the Aquaterra in that beautiful deep black lacquer dial, 41mm case size. And as you can tell, this is a brand new watch. Still has the plastic protective cover, as well as the hang tag. And I made this purchase from the Teddy Balthazar online store. I have no affiliation with their company. I purchased this watch with my own money. Just happy to kind of help support another watch enthusiast when I can. And so I'm not going to go into too much detail about the specs of the watch, only because I know that this watch has been out for a quick minute, and so I'm sure there are loads of other videos on YouTube that go into a lot more detail and depth about that information. But just to kind of cover general basis, again, this is the 41mm case size. You're getting a lug-to-lug distance of 48mm, a lug width of 20mm, which makes this, a quote-unquote strap monster. So definitely, if you're someone who likes to switch out straps pretty often, you'll have a wide variety of options available to showcase on this watch. There is a case height or thickness of a little over 13mm. So not a terribly slim watch, but definitely a manageable wear. And then the bracelet itself has highly articulating links, which will do well to kind of increase that comfort and that fit when wearing the watch. screwed pins, and then a butterfly clasp. With the Omega logo. And then again, you can see that beautiful black lacquer dial with the silver colored applied indices, and then the border around the date window. And I like the date window at the 6 o'clock position because it just gives, it lends itself to the symmetry of kind of the overall design. But the movement powering this timepiece is the caliber 8900, which is that coaxial movement. And I know that everyone, has their beliefs and thoughts, good or bad, about this particular movement. But personally, I like the movement. I think it's a great technology. You have the self-winding or automatic movement, as well as 60 hours of power reserve, and that master or METAS certification. And then you can also see that it has the dome sapphire crystal with AR coating on both sides. And being that it's part of the Seamaster family, you are getting 150 meters of water resistance. So the reason why I purchased this watch as my first Omega is, one, I was looking for kind of an overall watch that could basically be kind of a quote unquote gotta watch, so to speak. And I know that a lot of people for their first Omega would tend to lean towards either the Speedmaster or, within the Seamaster family, the 300 Professional. And, the 300 Professional seemed like a pretty good watch, but as kind of my first watch and what I was looking for to be a little more, versatile in wear for, not just everyday wear, but maybe even a more dressier occasion and whatnot, I decided to go for the Aquaterra, especially that black dial, that deep black dial just kind of pulls you in, and that's what kind of sold me on this timepiece. I know that this specific timepiece comes in two different sizes, the 41 and then the 38. And so not really having access to this watch in any retail store near where I live, most of the information that I had to go off of was online. And so one of the biggest concerns I had was if this watch would wear comfortably on my 6.5-inch wrist, or 16.5 centimeters. And so I'm actually happy to say that it does wear very comfortably, even though it's a bigger dial. I know that the 38 would have also worn quite comfortably as well. But I think what kind of lends the comfort level to the larger case size of this watch is the bracelet. So the articulation just allows that bracelet to drop down and hug the wrist ever so comfortably without any issue. And, for me personally, when I'm given the option of a watch in two different sizes with the same price, I tend to go for the larger dial, assuming that it does fit comfortably. I wasn't too keen on the butterfly clasp. I generally, butterfly clasps aren't generally my favorite because it's, it can be difficult to get a really good fit, but you do have, smaller links to try to help with that fit. And so hopefully sizing to a comfortable fit won't be an issue. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to do this unboxing, showcasing, you know, my first Omega purchase. You know, I personally think it's a good one, you know, but you know, let me know what you think down below in the comments. And, you know, if you enjoyed this video, you find that it warrants your time, I encourage you to subscribe, like the video, and comment below. What do you think of the Omega Aquaterra? What do you think of Omega in general? You know, if you own an Omega, what was your first Omega? So yeah, again, thank you all for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you on the next one.